YouTube, what's going on? It's Juan Gotti here with yet another Washington football team video, and in today's video, we're here with the last post game of the season. Yes, you heard it here first. The Washington football team lose to the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 31-23 in the wild card round, and man, it's rough. It sucks, but man, hell of a season, man. I'm not mad at this performance at all. Obviously, I'm sad as a fan because I want to see us move on, but I'm not mad at this performance from this team. They have played a phenomenal season. Washington fans, keep your head up. We weren't even supposed to be here. And the fact that we almost beat Tampa Bay, that has the GOAT, Tom Brady, on their team with our fifth quarterback of the season, that's something to be proud about, and that shows the character that Ron Rivera is building with this team. Now, before I get any further into this video, make sure you guys like this video, subscribe if you're new, and turn on post notifications so you can get notified when I upload a video about the NFL, in this case, our Washington football team. Let's get to the rest of this video. So, to start off the game, Washington, came out as sluggish as usual, and we trailed about, I believe, 17-7 at halftime. 17-10. I can't remember the score, but I know we were down. And Washington came out second half and on all cylinders, as we known to come and love, and this team looked alive. You know what I'm saying? Looked fighting well. Now, Taylor Heineke, hats off to you, man. I said earlier this week I didn't want him starting, but I did want him coming in relief. I'm totally sorry, man. I want you to start. Like after seeing that first drive or that first, just the first couple passes, I'm like, oh yeah, I made a mistake not by saying I wanted him to start. You know what I'm saying? And I know a lot of people are on his bandwagon now, saying that he should be a starter. He should do this. I'm not going to say he should be the starter. I think Washington's still going to look for a starting quarterback. But trust me and believe when I say this, he has earned himself a contract. Whether that's with us or with another organization, he earned himself a contract. I mean, Tony Dungy said it times in and time out. Why didn't this guy have a chance on someone's practice squad? And that's where everyone was looking, because he looked poised. He looked like he knew what he was doing with the ball. He looked a couple of safeties off with a couple passes. You know what I'm saying? He just looked ready. You know what I'm saying? And, of course, there are a couple plays that he wished he could have back, like the Logan Thomas play in the red zone. He threw it a little too high. The one to Cam Sims where he threw it a little behind him. Multiple plays that he wished he could have had back. But other than that, he played a phenomenal game, dog. He played a phenomenal game, and I understand he had an interception. That interception wasn't on him. The pass was tipped at the line and was caught by Tampa Bay's defensive back. It was just a play. It was just a good play on the ball. You know what I'm saying? Good defensive play. That interception was not on him. Taylor Heineke. Without Taylor Heineke, we lose this game by 30. I promise you that. Alex Smith couldn't have been doing what he's done with his legs. Dwayne Haskins, he's not on the roster number, but you get what I'm saying? He would have lost us this game by 30. Dude scramble, used his legs to extend plays. The big run down, I believe it's at the end of the third quarter or early fourth quarter, where he scrambled and dove for the pile on, avoiding pressure and getting in the end zone. He done it all tonight, man. And even to speak of his injury, he got shaken up. You know what I'm saying? And he fought through that injury, his shoulder. He fought through that injury and gave us a chance late at the end, and we just couldn't get a stop on the defensive end. Now, let's get into some of the spill and what happened in this game as far as the receivers goes. Now, Terry McLaurin did what he's supposed to do every week, made good grabs, made good yak. Now, Steven Sims, Cam Sims, and Isaiah Wright. Now, I'm not going to be too much on Cam Sims' case, because early in the game, first drive, he dropped a wide open pass that would have put us across the midfield marker or yardage, and he dropped it. But he came back and balled. He redeemed himself. He earned his spot next year. I believe he had, 8 catches for 100 yards or not close to 100 yards. Last time I heard him say 94. So I believe he was over 100 yards, had his best game by far. But Steven Sims, I understand. He got a touchdown catch and made a couple good grabs. But he still was poor on the special teams. You know, he took a ball that he should have caught, and fair caught would have been inside the 15. Instead, he let it roll when he was inside the 10. Get him off punts. You know what I'm saying? Next season, if he's back, and yes, I said if he's back, because this was Ron Rivera's first season with him. Like he said, he came in here initially to evaluate everybody, and this was his first impression on Ron Rivera. Not a good impression, bro. Not a good impression, and I would not be surprised if he's cut. You know what I'm saying? As talented as he is on the wide receiver front, you know what I'm saying? You earned your spot on special teams. He made a couple good grabs, but he also made a couple crucial drops. So he didn't have a good day. I understand he made a touchdown. He didn't have a good day. Isaiah Wright, your one and only target. You haven't been targeted for the last 3 weeks. Your one and only target. You bounce it off your hands. You got to catch that. Taylor Heineke put it right where you only could catch it, and you drop it. Now, shout out to Tampa Bay, man. Their defensive front, their D block, and their running defense is phenomenal, man. Phenomenal. Shut down Antonio Gibson for most of the game. Shut down J.D. McKissick. Peyton Barber, I don't even think he got a snap. Now, let's get to the elephant in the room. The crucial penalties. The referees cheated us. I'm going to be blatantly honest. They cheated us. I'm not going to say that. I'm not going to be that. That's one of the reasons why we lost. But I'm not going to be blaming. I'm not going to go out here, oh, the referees cheated us. That's the reason why we lost. That's a crucial part of why we lost. And trust me, if it was fair play, we probably would have won this game. But I'm not one of those fans. You know what I'm saying? We didn't make enough plays to win this game, so we didn't win this game. I'm not one of those fans. But I digress. Let's get into what the referees had to do with this game. Crucial penalty that they missed. A pass interference call that was blatant on Cam Sims. I believe that was Carlton Davis that arrived early, and they did not call the penalty. That's just one. They missed ample holding penalties on the offensive line of Tampa Bay. A hands to the face mask. Tristan Wirfs, they missed on Deron Payne. Multiple pass interference calls that they missed. Multiple pass interference calls that they missed. They also, fourth quarter, when you get out of bounds after a catch, when you get out of bounds in the fourth quarter after a catch, don't the clock stop? Why didn't the clock stop, refs? Why didn't the clock stop? They played a vital role in this loss for Washington. Next thing on my list about the referees that really, bugged me the most about this game was not only the pass interference, not only did they miss the face mask, but also the play with J.D. McKissick. I understand he didn't go nowhere really. He only had 3 yards, 2 yards on that catch. He still caught it. He caught it. You know what I'm saying? He caught the ball and he made a football move. He fumbled it out of bounds. You should have stopped the game right there and challenged it. And when official plays under review, booth review, because the coaches couldn't challenge under 2 minutes, and we don't have any timeouts. You have to stop the game right there. You stopped the game earlier for when Tampa Bay wanted to do it on the fumble, even though they didn't overturn it. You did it right there. So why couldn't you do it right there? That play was vital because although J.D. McKissick only got 2 yards on that play, he still would have been in better position than 3rd and 10. Third and 10 is 3rd and maybe 7 or 8 is better than 3rd and 10. Opens up the playbook even more, and he probably even got more on that play. You know what I'm saying? Instead of trying to attack the sticks, we could have very well caught up a quick slant or something. Defense. Probably one of your worst games. And I'm specifically talking about from everybody, but more specifically in the secondary. Secondary played bad. Kendall Fuller, he started off the season hot. One of the best corners in football. This dude down the stretch, I love Kendall Fuller. And I've been kind of, easing up off of him and saying, hey, he hasn't been playing as bad as it seemed because he's been making a few good plays. But he played terrible down the stretch. I'm sorry. He played terrible down the stretch. Yet again, another strong performance by Ronald Darby. I've given up a couple catches on Mike Evans, but we know you're not a man-to-man corner. So isn't Kendall Fuller. But back to Kendall Fuller. You have to look back for that ball. I believe, what was it? Second down maybe after we stuffed him, or third down. Stevenson or Tom Brady throws a fade along the sidelines to Mike Evans, and Kendall Fuller gets burnt. He's behind them. Why aren't you looking back for the ball? Now, it was a perfect ball by Brady. I don't know if he was going to be able to make a play on the ball, but at least look back and drop it right in the breadbasket of Mike Evans, catches it. So this team did well enough to win, but we couldn't capitalize. Jack Del Rio, 3rd and 8, was it 2nd and 18 or 3rd and 18? I believe it was 3rd and 18. This was the play, this was the drive when they got the field goal and they went up 31-23. 3rd and 18, Deron Payne comes up with a great sack. You drop everybody into zone coverage, leaves a soft zone right across the middle for a curl route to Chris Godwin that should have easily been stopped for maybe even 3 yards a gain, and it turns into 15 yards, 16 yards. It was 4th and 2, and you basically give them that field position back. Why? Right there, you're supposed to dial up more pressure, make Brady feel that pressure and get off the ball quick and possibly even have a sack and possibly even have them out of field goal range. That's what you're supposed to do right there, Jack Del Rio. You're supposed to maybe sack him, maybe force him out of the pocket and throw it away 3rd and 18, make him force a long field goal or even a punt in that situation. But you drop everybody into coverage with lack of pass rush and sit the middle wide open for Chris Godwin to get 16. Speaking of the middle, Jimmy Moreland played atrocious. He was getting torched all night long from everyone across that middle. Scotty Miller, Mike Evans, Cameron Brate, who killed us across the middle. The middle was wide open all night long. All night long. So, this team, although we left a lot on the field, we played well enough to win. And I bashed this team enough. Next year, I'm going to let y'all know this now. Next year, when we find our quarterback, it's going to be trouble. It's going to be trouble for y'all, man. I'm telling you. Last thing I want to talk about here is that we need a wide receiver too. If you were kind of on the fence saying, hey, Cam Sims could do it, maybe even Kevin Harlan when he come back, which is a question mark, we don't know. Isaiah Wright, Steven Sims, whatever you want to say who could have been a number 2. No. Too many dropped passes by our wide receiver 2s today. If that game didn't show you, we need a wide receiver 2. And I would say, shoot, go out there and get even 2 in free agency and even get one in the draft. We need a wide receiver 2 alongside Terry McLaurin. Logan Thomas with yet another solid game. Terry McLaurin with another solid game. Cam Sims, although he did make a couple bad drops, he did have his best game. I believe he was over 100 yards, if not shy, just probably like 6 yards shy if he didn't get his 100-yard mark, but I believe he did. And the last thing I want to talk about here was Dustin Hopkins and the squib kick. I don't know if that was on Dustin Hopkins or Nate Kaiser, the special teams coach, but whoever it was on, that was horrible, because why are you squibbing it and trying to catch them off guard instead of, kicking out the back of the end zone and letting your defense come out there and play defense, something that they're supposed to do. Instead, you give Tom Brady a short yard field, and you get him a short field and let him drive down and score a touchdown pass to Antonio Brown. That was a dumb play call by Nate Kaiser or Ron Rivera, who's going to be getting asked about that, I'm pretty sure. You know what I'm saying? And even if it was Nate Kaiser's, option to go for that, Ron Rivera, you're the head coach, and you have last say-so. So you're supposed to wipe that off. You know what I'm saying? Who else? That's really much it from the special team standpoint. We were really, Danny Johnson had a couple good, probably run backs. And then also Dustin Hopkins nailed all his field goals, PATs, I believe. And Tressway did good things, what Tressway always do. So I believe that's pretty much it, man. Hell of a season by the guys, man. We really fought our butts off, man. And we really almost beat Tom Brady with our 5th-string quarterback in. And honestly, he fought his way on this roster next year. I'm gonna be honest, and he put his name in the conversation to possibly starting. You know what I'm saying? He played that well. This dude had, I believe, 300 yards, if not 300 yards, almost 300 yards. He went 26 for 41, and yet again, like I said, that interception wasn't on him. This dude balled. Taylor Heineke, if you're the future or not, you should be on this roster next year. So with that being said, it's been your boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to Washington football team, and sadly, this is the last post game of the 2020 season. We have 8 long months of coverage off season until we get to see this team play again. It sucks, but your boy Juan Gotti is going to be here to cover the off season every single day. So if you're here for Washington football team off season coverage and you're not subscribed yet, hit that subscribe button for me, because this is where you're going to get all off season news each and every day. So with that being said, it's been boy Juan Gotti. Like, comment, subscribe, help to Washington football team. I'm out. Peace.